Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss third chapter from mathematics part second, and it is circle. Okay, in this session we are going to revise concepts related to circle which are studied in ninth standard. So let's recall firstly definition of circle. See, definition: the set of points equidistant from a fixed point in a plane is a circle. Students, let's consider point P in the plane. Here, this is the set of all points which are equidistant from this point P, which forms a circle. Here, this fixed point P is called center of circle. Okay, so we have the fixed point is called the center of the circle. Now let's recall some terms related to circle. Okay, for this consider this figure. In this figure we find that it is a circle with center O, and when this center is joined to a point on the circle, the segment formed, here it is segment OA, is called radius of circle. Okay, in this figure we observe that segment OA, segment OQ, segment OP are radii of this circle. So see, the segment joining the center of the circle and a point on the circle is called the radius of the circle. Students, see how many radii can a circle have? Think over it. How many radii can a circle have? We can easily observe that circle can have infinitely many radii, since it is nothing but the set of infinitely many points. So when we join the center to distinct points on the circle, we get infinitely many radii. Then see here, the M and N are two distinct points on the circle. When we join two distinct points on the circle, this segment is called chord. See here, segment MN is chord of circle. So next term is C. The segment joining any two distinct points of the circle is called a chord. Segment joining any two distinct points of the circle is called a chord. See in this figure, again we find point P and Q are two distinct points on the circle, and the segment joining them, that is segment PQ, is also a chord of a circle. And the special thing about this chord is that this chord PQ is passing through center O of a circle, and so in this case this chord is called diameter of circle. So next concept is diameter of a circle. See, the chord which passes through the center of a circle is the diameter, and here we easily observe that diameter is the longest chord of the circle, and also diameter is twice the radius. And students, again in this figure you think that how many diameters can a circle have, and we know that a circle can have infinitely many diameters. So in this figure we find that there are three radii: segment OA, this segment OP, and segment OQ are radii in this figure. And see, segment MN, segment PQ are chords. Here we see segment MN, segment PQ are chords, and segment PQ, that is chord passing through center, is diameter in this figure. Okay. So students, you recall all these concepts: the definition of circle, what is center of circle, radius of circle, chord of a circle, and diameter of a circle properly. Okay. Students, now let's recall properties of chords of a circle. For this, consider this figure. It contains circle with center O and chord AB. Here we observe that segment OC is perpendicular to segment AB. So this is perpendicular drawn from center on chord AB. When this is given, we conclude that AC is equal to BC. See, AC is equal to BC. That means point C is midpoint of chord AB. So here we get the property that, see, a perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle on its chord bisects the chord. See, the given part is perpendicular drawn from center on chord, and the conclusion part is the chord is bisected. Then let's consider figure. It contains circle with center O and chord PQ. Here we see congruent signs here. This denotes segment PM congruent to segment MQ. So here we are given that point M is midpoint of chord PQ. Point M is midpoint of chord PQ. That means PM is equal to MQ. And in this case, the conclusion is all these things imply segment OM perpendicular to segment PQ. So here we get the property that, see the statement, the segment joining the center of a circle and the midpoints of its chord is perpendicular to the chord. So students, in these two statements, here we observe that these are converses of each other. Okay, see here in the first statement, the given part has become the conclusion part in the second statement, and in first statement the conclusion is chord is bisected, and that conclusion has become given part in the second statement. So these two statements are converses of each other. See, while remembering such a property, you must keep in mind that what is given and what is the conclusion. This thing will help you to solve problems easily and to recall these results to use in examples to solve them. Okay. Students, then consider next figure. It contains circle with center O and chords PQ and AB. Here we are given that chord PQ is congruent to chord AB and segment ON perpendicular to chord PQ and segment OM perpendicular to chord AB. So ON is the distance of chord PQ from center O and OM is distance of chord AB from center O. So here we are given that these two PQ and AB are congruent chords and we are given their distances from center. So in such case the conclusion is these two distances are same. Here ON is equal to OM. So what is this property? It is, see, congruent chords of a circle are equidistant from the center of the circle. Then consider next figure. See, it contains circle with center O and chord AB and chord CD. Here we find that segment OR is perpendicular to segment AB and segment OS is perpendicular to segment CD, and these two congruent signs denote that segment OR congruent to segment OS. So these are the given things. Okay. So in such case the conclusion is chord AB congruent to chord CD. See what is the property? We have the chords of a circle equidistant from the center of a circle are congruent. So here the given part is these two chords are equidistant from center, and the conclusion part is then these two chords are congruent. So students, we have these four important properties. you read them properly and keep in mind very properly so that you can recall them to solve some examples related to circle. So students, this is all about the concepts that you have studied in the ninth standard. Okay. Now there is an assignment for you. See, these are some multiple choice questions which you have to solve at your own. I'm not going to read them. Okay, you take a screenshot for these questions and solve at your own. I'll provide solutions, answers to these questions in the next video. Okay, these questions are based on the concepts which we have discussed in this session. So, purpose of these questions is to fix concepts related to circle in your mind so that you can recall them to solve problems easily. Okay, you take a screenshot of these questions. Okay, these 3, 4, 5th and 6th, and these are first 3 questions. Okay, now let me stop here and thank you for watching.